in Provence in southern France, and I'm not really sure how you pronounce AIX in French, is not so little a town, but it's pretty good size. It was given the name by the Romans because there's a lot of water streams in the area, and AIX means water, regardless of how you say it. Although it seems like the town is divided into the new section and the old sections, I actually couldn't tell the difference. So much of it seems to be intermingled with each other. There is, however, a central street, sort of right down the middle. It's pretty good size with stores and buildings and shops and restaurants right down both sides. So that appears to be the dividing point. So as you're roaming around, once you hit it, you pretty much know where you are. Provence was founded in 123 BC by the Romans. In 102 BC, its neighborhood was the scene of the Battle of Aquae Sextiae, where the Romans under Gaius Marius defeated the Germanic tribes, which was actually the Romans' first victory over these Germanic tribes. Up until that time, they had been kicking Romans' butts for years. After the battle, which reportedly killed 200,000 people, captured 90,000 men, women, and children who were sold into slavery, there was a mass suicide among the captured women. They killed all their own children and then strangled each other rather than become Roman slaves. The Romans, although enemies of the Germanic tribes, were always impressed with bravery. And even though they considered them barbarians, this act of bravery by the women has passed into Roman legends as Germanic heroism. And the battle is actually still commemorated by the local name of the area, Mont Sainte-Victoire. The town was then occupied by the Visigoths in 477, plundered by the Franks and the Lombards, occupied it by the Saracens in 731 and Charles Martel in 737, so they've had a pretty rough history. The town, which during the Middle Ages was the capital of the area of Provence, didn't actually reach its zenith until after the 12th century, when under the houses of Barcelona and Aragon and Anjou, which was prior to Spain actually becoming Spain, it became an artistic center and seat of learning. It was passed to the crown of France with the rest of Provence in 1487. This says Émile Zola and Paul Cézanne went to school here. I wonder how attentive they actually were. They probably weren't friends, one turning out to be a lawyer and the other one turning out to be an artist. La Deux Garçons, if I'm saying that correctly, is a place where Paul Cézanne, Émile Zola, and Ernest Hemingway used to hang out. So this little place has been here for quite a while. This is the home of Paul Cézanne, the French artist and post-impressionist painter. His father wanted him to be a lawyer or a banker or something like that, so he wasn't too happy about him becoming an artist. This is the Hotel de Ville, which is actually a town hall, not really a hotel, but it was inspired by Italian palaces. A deposit of fossil bones from the upper continental Miocene time gave rise to a Christian dragon legend. There is a bus stop here called Roker du Dragon, the Dragon's Rock. Folklore uncovered the existence of a dragon who, according to legend, used to sit there at an undetermined time atop heaps of bones, which were the remains of men and beasts which it had devoured. Yum! This is French nougat. I don't know what the difference is between French nougat or any other nougat. The Aux Cathedral is a Roman Catholic cathedral built on the site of the 1st century Roman Forum of Aux, built and rebuilt from the 12th until the 19th century. So this thing has been in constant flux as far as design goes. The Cathedral of the Holy Savior is situated to the north in the medieval part of the town. Again, to me, everything looked sort of mixed in, so I really couldn't tell the difference. It was built on the site of a former Roman forum and an adjacent basilica. It contains a mixture of all styles from the 5th to 17th century, including a richly decorated portal in the Gothic style in the doors and elaborate carvings in walnut. The interior contains 16th century tapestries as well as a Merovingian baptistry. Its Renaissance dome is supported by original Roman columns. The Archbishop's Palace and a Romanesque cloister adjoins the cathedral on the south side. For those who follow the legend of the Grail and the Merovingian dynasty and Mary Magdalene coming to France, supposedly this is the place where she came when she came from Bethany. And there's a small church dedicated to the Holy Savior, which was then destroyed by the Saracens in the 8th and 9th century, but this seems to be remnants of it here. Tight fit. Why does this make me think of Shrek? I love showing Irish pubs. Post-Impressionism and Wonder Woman. Who could ask for more?